I call it bold and brash.
Hey guys, welcome to the first art video on this channel actually. Today we're going to be looking through like all of my old art. I don't know if this is the best way to introduce my art to the channel, but I've already filmed this once and it was like going through all of my art from like 2009 to a couple days ago. That's not really something that I wanted to do. I just didn't want to like react to my art because like I've seen it before. It's nothing new. So like I've taken like the sketchbooks and like a few pieces, like a few loose leaf pieces that I've done over the years, and we're just gonna kind of like look at it. And also going through all the stuff I just found, like Tumblr shit posts in the form of really mediocre drawings. So we're not gonna just like waste our time kind of looking through those. We're gonna see like stuff that I actually put a little bit more effort into. Like any kid, I was drawing since I was like 5 years old, but the only record I have of like my early drawings are like from 2009 when I was in like 4th grade. But then I decided like when I was like 12, 13 years old that I was going to like try to draw like an illustrator pretty much. Like I wanted to draw like cartoons and stuff, like a little bit more sophisticated than what I was doing in the early book. So obviously it's pretty much like average like 4th grader drawings. Like actually I'd say these are a little bit less skilled. I mostly did like comics and a lot of them weren't very funny. Let's read this. Mom, is the printer fixed? Yes. Yes, now I can print something. Ah, I just broke the printer. Darn. Dad broke the printer again. I don't know why I felt compelled to make this comic. Like, it's not exactly like gripping or anything. Yeah, so this was actually for an art class that I took in 4th grade. So our teacher wanted us doing like kind of like basic stuff. So like he wanted us to do like the vanishing point perspective kind of thing. So I did that here, but really badly. Yeah, there's like a diner and just like stuff that really doesn't make any sense, and it's just kind of like lol random humor, I guess. So, and there was a lot of blueprints in here. He wanted us doing like a lot of blueprints for stuff. Like, I guess this is, since there's no service where I went to school, he wanted us to design a cell phone tower, I guess, and I put a literal cell phone on top of it. Like, goddamn. Then there was Movie the Super Cow. I think I was drawing him, but like before I got this book, but there were a lot of comics about him in here. He was like a cow, like got superpowers, and I actually like shared these with some of the people in my class, which is very taboo to me now. I was really obsessed with webkins, and there's just like a lot of comics about like webkins in here. Abstract, a moon, I guess, to represent the outside of this house. There's a lot of like stuff about cats and dogs, and a lot of me just like pressing down on the paper, just like. And then my teacher tried to give me like advice on like how to do profiles and stuff, and I didn't listen. Yeah, and then we had to do like a cutout of a magazine and then like add on to it. Oh, she thick though. And then there's more advice. I think I actually tried to like resemble it here. So just like nothing more than like kind of doodles in here. Didn't really attempt anything very ambitious. Oh, we have Boo from Monsters Inc. and Quincy the bear. That doesn't look like a bear. That looks like a red panda, if anything. Speechless and pointless. Movie the Super Cow. Wait, what? What is this? Intro. First a bear, then a dog, and now a mole. Alrighty then. Oh, there's a design for like a boat. I think we like used the Titanic as an example for like a boat. And then we had to design one. Yeah, I don't know why I would want to use a strawberry container, because that has holes in it. The boat would just sink. What? I think this is the updated one. We would use a container there, and then cardboard. And I actually remember kind of what this looked like. So then in like 2013, my brother and I kind of came across the sketchbook again, and there was still like a bunch of paper in it. So we decided we were gonna draw on it. And then I started drawing stuff in here. This is around the time when I discovered what anime was. And I think I drew Moody the Super Cow again in 8th grade. Moody just figured out time travel and entered my mind. Oh. I wanna note this right here. There's a chance that this may have been the first design of my OC, like, or my persona that you're gonna see a lot in these drawings. But thing is, I ripped out the first design out of the sketchbook and then threw it away. Don't do that ever. Please keep your art. Like, even if you hate it, please keep it. Now, I'm never gonna know what this looked like for sure. I just have like my memory of it now. My friends and I were all like into Pokemon or getting into Pokemon, so I decided I was gonna draw some Pokemon. So I drew Meowth, and he's looking fantastic. And there's some more on this page. We have a Bulbasaur, Scraggy, Amora. Yeah, and then we have, this is like, I guess one of my first attempts at like drawing like anime, like people in an anime style. Yeah, so this is Jessie from Team Rocket from Pokemon. And as you can see, there was a body here once, but I guess I didn't like it, so I just kind of crossed it out like that. Or I just kind of like erased it. You could even see the eraser shavings. So this is like my second sort of attempt at drawing. Her name is Rock, by the way. So this is like the second sort of design concept for her. And this is like when I decided that I was gonna do like a story for her and everything. So this is what she looked like. She had very long hair. And I did this thing a lot where I would just like, I would do head and shoulders and then like the hair. I guess I really like drawing hair, and I still do. I love drawing hair, actually. I had very boxy shoulders. I think this is supposed to like resemble the fact that this character didn't have very much of like a chest. Like, no boobs McGee, hashtag A cup. This was her sister Zayd. This is like one of the first designs for her as well. And there's a different type of shoulder, wearing like something different, yeah. And there's, I don't know what this haircut is, but this is their little brother Edgar. And yeah, they're all looking emo as shit. There's like I guess a full body, but I crossed it out. And this is like some of the early planning for it. There's Rock again with another character, and I don't know what this was for. Probably like some design notes, but I don't know what character it's for. So now we're gonna look at like more of my finished pieces that are on this loose leaf kind of paper. So this is a drawing of my OC Rock with like a couple of my friends' OCs. So like I drew my friends' OCs a lot, and I still do. Yeah, so I guess we're kind of like decked out in that schoolgirl uniform. One thing that was common in a lot of these drawings in this pile was that like I would do it in pencil, and then I would like line them with a black colored pencil. So like I never really used markers or anything. But one thing that I did kind of get a grip of, I guess like color theory, like a bit of color theory, because like I didn't just like go and like try to do darker yellow with this. Like I went with orange. I guess I wasn't really thinking with this one. Yeah, but I did yellow for like blonde, and then like I did brown here, and then like I accidentally like lined it black. And then we have the bush, the giant. I forgot to put the dryer sheet in the dryer, and now it's all staticky. So a lot of like my faces and stuff were really like simplistic. Yeah, and I tried to attempt like a Pokemon style with this, like with at least the eyes, but then there was just like a line for a nose and then like a mouth. Like now I try to treat faces not as much as like symbols, like, but like try to give like some depth to the face. That's Rock. There's like an edgy part of her. This is more shitpost art. Even I knew the proportions were shit. And her hair was ridiculous. But like her hand is the size of her eye. I love it. Oh, I thought I was so original doing one of these. Like the angsty anime thing is just falling away. I will watch like people's old sketchbook videos or old art videos, and I will see like this exact art, but I thought I was so original doing it when I was like 13. Oh my god. I was obsessed with Kageto Project or Makaku City Actors. So I drew Rock with Kano's hoodie. So it's, you know, with like the little dots and stuff. Because he was probably like my favorite character at the time. So moving on. This is around late 2014, early 2015. I was 9th grade, doing the thing. So we're gonna start off with this one. This is Rock in her like Killjoy sort of design. I tended to ink with marker for this one. I think I just had like a tiny little like plastic marker that I was, like black marker that I was using to ink this. I'm really surprised I actually attempted a full body with this, but there's that. There was a lot of this art too. It was just like 4 of my friends like personas kind of like doing something in like a certain setting. I chose this one because like I think it was kind of like marking that I was like trying to polish my sketches a bit more, because like you could see that there's actually some detail in the hair, like even if it's kind of lacking. I remember I put so much effort into that leg. Like I could not figure out how to pose this leg. This is my friend's character, Sasha. I decided to draw her with her wings and stuff. The wings are backwards. Yeah, so this one, I think it started off as a sketch, and then like I just kind of like pressed down on the pencil to line it. I still do this to this day, but like not as sloppy. Like honestly, you're gonna see Rock change so many times throughout this art. Yeah, so this is a sketchbook that I had that I kind of like stumbled across in my drawer at my house that had paper in it, so I decided to draw in it, and then like rip it out for some reason. Yeah, you're gonna see, hold on just a moment, you're gonna see a lot of this, like a lot of me just like ripping out pages from a sketchbook for whatever reason. I didn't know what I was gonna accomplish. I guess like if I wanted to like ink something or like line it, because like since I'm a lefty, that's kind of difficult with like the spirals, but even then there's just like sketches that are just like ripped out of here. Oh yeah, I was working on a biology project and I wanted to have like a cute little chibi anime girl to like kind of say something on it, I guess. And this was like one of the first attempts at drawing her. That was like the second. A lot more of this art. Just a lot more of this. Just like really weird ass shit. Oh yeah, this is I don't know when she's gonna like officially change into this, like in this art when I go through it, but this is like this is me like redesigning her, kind of updating her a bit. I decided to give her black and yellow hair, make her a bit more edgy. She's pasty as fuck, my god. I made a joke and I was like, shiny primal Rock confirmed, because like it kind of looks like the shiny primal form of, is it Groudon? Yeah. And here's a full body of Rock. Yeah. And there's like some facial expressions. I watched like one episode of Steven Universe and I was like, I'm gonna draw Pearl. So now moving on to like late 2015, early 2016. This is when my art kind of like started to take a turn. We were entering a very weird point in my art. This is around when I was getting into Life is Strange, so I decided to draw Rock and other friends I see as Max and Chloe. This one I actually still sort of like. It's like a sort of a dot. I forgot what it's actually, like this kind of art is actually called, but like I did a bunch of dots to like make up Tyler Joseph's body, because it's Tyler Joseph from 21 Pilots. Very artsy, very cool, very nice. So this is when I was starting to like experiment with the face a bit. Yeah, we had very big eyes and then like a very small nose, just like right up near the eyes. Since the eyes took up so much space, my god. is Yukine from Noragami. I still wasn't really like venturing much out of like sketches and then like sketch and then line art. I wasn't doing very much color. So here's a like a character timeline, I guess I did, of Rock. This is what the first sketch, like this is what I remember that she kind of looked like. She had like very boxy eyes and then like really spiky hair. Yeah, I don't remember this one very much. I don't think I have any like, I don't remember that one like at all. Yeah, and then that's the one that I worked with the most, pretty much. Establishing character, very fluffy hair. Then I decided to do like the half shave thing. All of this hair is defying any sort of laws of physics, like let's be real. And then I decided to like cut the hair, so I called it hair trim, and then I did, this is the current stage. A lot, and like a common trend with like this, like the art that we're getting into is they all look very dead in the face. Like, I remember here I was trying to attempt a more of a Pokemon style because like, it's a Pokemon thing. Yeah, so they all look very dead in the eyes. Like, the eyes don't really have like any sort of direction. And the face is just kind of like, eh. I remember I spent a lot of time on this one. It is a Sonata from Haikyuu. I guess I did attempt a bit of color with this one. The inking here is really weird. Like, I don't know why I did this. It's like, oh my god. Like, it's just a giant ball, and you can't see her nose. So now we're getting into the good old Lollipop phase. So this is what took up most of my 2016, and it's probably why 2016 sucked. Damn, okay. This is a drawing that I spent many hours on computer paper with. This is Friends OC's crossover with Life is Strange. Let's look at the anatomy here. First of all, I guess I was trying to attempt like this is closer to the screen and then this is like farther away, but like it just kind of looks like this character is like giant. But I guess there is sort of a size difference between these two, but it still looks kind of awkward. A common trend with this part of like this phase of my art is a very round head and then a very small neck. That's why I call it a lollipop, because it kind of has got like the circle, like the candy part, and then the stick. Here's another example, also anatomy. So like these arms are very long, like check those out. The hand should be like around here somewhere. Oh look, a colored piece. I like gave it to my friend for this character's birthday. It's supposed to like be based off of the Troye Sivan cover for his song, was it Wild? I don't know. I'll put a picture here somewhere. And I was thinking about like, I gotta do the cover justice. I gotta do this character some justice, and I was like, I'll look more about anatomy and check out that arm. Like that's like one big noodle arm. He looks pissed. I don't know why he's pissed. Probably because his arm is like this. Oh, this is Daddy Issues. Oh, the song by The Neighborhood. We have many characters that have daddy issues, so we did a crossover, my friend and I. Here's some full body stuff. Legs are very skinny, and then just like the head is just kind of like huge. You'll see like even worse examples of this as we go on. This is Rock with her haircut. Still defying any laws of physics with that hair. It went from this to this actually, because like as you can see, this is actually a bit better. And here are the really bad examples of me attempting full body anatomy stuff. Those legs should not be supporting your body, my god. Some people can actually make this work. Like, I know a lot of anime makes it work, but like it just seems like this character seems like really top heavy and should not be like standing on her feet right now. And finally we have this comic, my god. A 4-page book of everything I was doing wrong. I'd say my biggest troubles with this phase was just anatomy. I guess at this point I was just sort of like embracing anime and I wasn't really like venturing out of it. So it kind of like held me back a bit. I know a lot of people can like do anime really well from the start, and I thought I was one of those people, but looking back I was like, no. I remember I was really proud of this one. I did this one like in a really short amount of time. Yeah, this is Rock in the ride jacket. I still kind of want that jacket. Like, Tyler Joseph hit me up. Yeah. And I still did the thing where I would just like leave a bunch of space. Yeah, so this wasn't even like a year ago. I remember I drew this in like late July. Yeah, this wasn't even a year ago. My inking at this point wasn't that bad. Like, I'm gonna be honest. It's still not the greatest, but it wasn't terrible. It's still sort of holding up. Yeah, and I still did like the really crappy comic kind of things. So let me introduce you to the OC that replaced me drawing any other OC ever. This is Bryce, also known as BB. This is the first drawing of him, and he looks a lot different now. I'm gonna just say that at least. This was sort of like when my art was starting to shift into like a different phase of my art. Still, like, parts of it sort of resembled the Lollipop phase, and we're not gonna talk about that. Yeah, so we still got like the big head and the tiny legs. It's just tiny doodles over here. There he is again. Oh, and this is after we watched Suicide Squad. Any sort of common couple in any sort of movie, TV show, video game, I drew them in their designs and stuff. There he is again. Yeah, and I still wasn't using the page effectively. And so like Bryce is supposed to be a part of the novel that I'm working on. So yeah, I was also drawing some of the other characters that we don't really see, but there's a band in there, and that's what they look like. Well, not really, but this is them making those sick Green Day references. I was sort of getting a grip of anatomy like by this point, like, well, at least with the legs and stuff, but like hands are very tiny still. So now we're heading into late 2016, early 2017. This is when I started like officially going to a high school, and like I took a drawing class. So we're gonna see a bit of a shift in like how I went about art, I guess. So we'll start off with this. There he is again. Yeah, so this is like a design sheet for him because I wanted to design him. Oof. Okay. This is a cursed image. Yeah, so I was trying to like, I guess like fill out the page and do some more dynamic poses, but this is also when we're getting into redraws of old art. This is a redraw of that squad in schoolgirl uniforms, like Japanese schoolgirl uniforms. I attempted to color it, like update my coloring too, but then I kind of gave up. And another redraw. You're gonna see two other redraws of early art. So that's the Killjoy uniform. Here's Sasha again. She's got her wings facing the right direction. There's another redraw of the first concept art for BB. This is a comic that I was working on that I never finished. My god. So like this, I chose this because it was like sort of an example of like the type of face that I was drawing. So I was still kind of like keeping the giant eyes and the tiny nose, like as an anime does. Yeah, but I was also like, there wasn't really like much dimension to the face. Oh, here's some of my art assignments from that art class. I did a bit of still life stuff. So I did like a bit of shading with ebony pencil. I wasn't a very big fan of this, but still not really. Oh, and here is a self-portrait. Doing the self-portrait assignment was what kind of like made me want to shift my style into like semi-realism. There's me with my crooked ass nose. This nose is jank. Yeah, so this is kind of what I look like, I guess. perspective work with a really weirdly laid out house. Oh, and here's a finished inked piece. Saw the Green Day, was it AMA performance, and I was hashtag inspired. This is one of the few inked pieces that I had around this time. So here's a sketchbook from the time. This is for an assignment for our art class. We went to some place with medieval architecture, and we were assigned to draw it. And I tried to draw some people in there too, but it didn't work out too well. Yeah, these didn't really like hold up. Like I didn't really do much with them. Yeah. So I just needed it for like those few pages, but then I had the rest of the sketchbook, so I drew bullshit in it. Even after I did like studied a realistic face, like I still wanted to like maintain like a sort of style, but I didn't really know how to do that yet. Oh, this is around the time when I changed Rock's name to Rosa, because just the name Rock was just not working for me anymore, like especially like when her story changed and stuff. There he is again. This is my lovely Canson mixed media pad. This is a redraw of Rock's first updated design. Yeah, there's still like a lot of anatomy mistakes, since I guess I was kind of fueled by spite, like with the art that we're getting into, because like I started making the noses like a little bit too big, like with first sketches and stuff, but I would soon like alter it. But then I also made the heads really small. And then the legs really big. Things were just crazy in figuring out Art Town. There's a redraw of that one piece of art with like the really long arms. These arms are still, there's still some problems with these arms. I was doing more portrait-esque kind of things in here, and I was working more with like semi-realism and all that jazz. There he is again with this tiny hand ass. Little no shoulder game head ass. Oh, and this is around the time I got Copics. So I was kind of bullshitting with those. Like really bullshitting, and I wasn't even trying to bullshit. There he is again. Oh, and you already know sketchbooks are never complete without a random eye. Alright, so here's more of those portrait things. Yeah. This one, those two kind of didn't really hold up, but this one kind of did. There he is in 4 different styles. I have a problem. So now we're gonna kind of start getting into what my art looks like. Now, there he is again. Like I never finished this, even though this kind of finished, but I was gonna do more with it, but what you gonna do? All right, yeah. Here's a glow up. You see this fucking glow up? Here's another redraw of that one tiny little thingy. These are the erroneous characters, by the way. Listen to my audiobook. So I was kind of starting to embrace like semi-realism. This is creepy. Like I was told this was creepy, and now I think it's creepy. With semi-realism, like doing that, like getting into that, like my art really started to like mature, and like I wasn't not really doing very much of like the shitposty stuff. It's like trying to actually like maintain a sketchbook as well. Here's another redraw. I'd say this one looks a lot better than the other one. I actually tried doing like a little bit more of like practice stuff too, like to improve my shit. Pineapples are in my head. So we got a death, a goofy, and an angst. That's my favorite 21 Pilots song. There he is again, but this one's actually not that good. There he is again. There he is again. Mood. Snoodle from Gorillas. There he is again. This is a redraw, actually. of that one cursed image. And another redraw of that comic that I did. Reads like a manga, by the way, so you do. Oh, there's the updated band. This is what the squad would look like. Oh, there he is again, and in joke art. God damn it. There he is again. This is what Rosa looks like now. I've just gotten rid of the horns altogether. Still technically like my persona. I may not do like a full-fledged story with her. I may just like make her solely a persona with like a really mundane sort of backstory. So now let's get into my current sketchbook. Some random quick sketch. Yeah, and with this sketchbook, I want to like mix up what I use, so I'm not just using graphite. So I did colored pencil, I even inked a piece. Sketch. And here's another sketch. Oh, there he is again. One final time. So that concludes my art throughout the years. Thank you so much for watching. And if you want to see more of my art, or more art as I make it, I post on Instagram. It's at MisfitMo. And yeah, I try to post there as much as I can. I don't know if I want to do like speed drawings or just like art, like maybe challenges or something, because like at the moment I don't have a tripod. So like I'm just filming this with my phone and like my hand. We'll see what sort of art I want to do on this channel. But oh, there was a bird and it made a very big shadow. And so all of my links are in the description if you want to follow me there. I mostly shitpost. Yep, thank you so much. Bye.